All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's live stream of 7/23 of 2025. Let me just set myself up, guys. And then we'll take the next 4 minutes to do a quick review. Figure out a quick game plan for 9:30. Okay. Hey, Mark, good morning. Okay. All right. I think everything's set up here. I've connected TOPSTEP X, YouTube. Okay. All right. Let's get started. All right. From a daily perspective, what happened yesterday? Top left, price. Honestly, it pushed down, took Friday's lows. It went into a daily fair value gap. It pushed away. Okay. We closed above this fair value gap, but again, it was a bearish push. And to be honest, from a daily perspective, what can price do today? For the daily, like I'm trending long here. From a 4-hour perspective, we took our Friday's lows, went to the daily fair value gap. We're pushing back up into this. I know it's getting a bit messy here. We'll clean it up soon. What's this blue bar here? It's probably on the 1 hour. It's pushing into this 4-hour fair value, or sorry, this 4-hour SIBI here. Again, we're still quite a ways away from it, but let's dig a deep, level lower here. Nothing really that's sticking out to me like a sore thumb from a liquidity perspective. I'm liking this level right here. Even though that we did tap it, this technically is still relatively high, as ICT likes to call it, even though it's, how many pips, did it take? It was an extra, 2 handles above. Again, I'm interested in this level. And more in all, we have our relative equal highs here on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour, which again is a draw on liquidity. So we like this area. Below us, all this here, this is low res liquidity, okay? Low resistance liquidity run. So technically, we have relative equal lows here. Actually, technically, the low at 18 o'clock broke below the 2 o'clock one here. So, technically, this is, a raid. You can see it as relatively equal, but we're just going to be a bit wary about this level here. You can see price here, it broke above the new week opening gap. It tried to break it multiple times on the 1 hour. It failed to do so. This final push up right before the open, you can see how, bullish that response was. But all in all, from a 1 hour perspective, I see us just trading into this, there was a market structure shift. There's levels above us. There's levels below us. We're trading into this 1 hour SIBI here. All the candles are mostly on the lower half of it, which indicates bearish pressure, but we're above this new week opening gap of 721. So in my opinion, if I were to be going short, I need to see this level being broken here. Okay. I wouldn't be comfortable shorting if 921 is broken. Moving here, we got 1 minute till open here, 15 seconds actually, but it's not like I'm taking a position right at the open. We got Asia lows above us. They're relatively equal here. This level right here is of interest. And then below us, we got 930 lows, which of course haven't been tapped. London lows have been tapped. And then we got Asia lows right here, which we haven't touched as well. Okay, so tricky price action today, right? 5 minutes, honestly, not giving me much response right now. And then we got the 1 minute here. So let's look into what can be possibly taken. So price right now opened up. It shot directly down. It's going to hit mean threshold of the RTH gap, which is this green box that I have here. It's about to break below the new day or the new week opening gap of 721. It took out all this liquidity created before 930. It looks like Gerba was right about shorts right after the open. But this right here, this level is interesting here. And then this response here from a 1 hour perspective, we closed like that in 30 minutes. For me, this is, this is definitely bearish. It looks like price is going to be this. What is happening these days at 930? Like, these are crazy, crazy responses. Very hard to trade, guys. Wouldn't recommend trading it. So you can see here, we tapped relative equal highs. We dropped lower. Okay, so where is, from an RETH perspective, when it comes to first presentation fair value gap, today's first presentation is actually here. We're not waiting for the 931 candle. It's going to be on the 930 candle, okay? So this is going to be, is today Tuesday? Yes, I think so. No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, New York, first presentation fair value gap, 723. Okay. So this level right here, this is something that we want to see not... The moment we break all this to the upside, we're bullish. If we're below it, we're bearish. That's the clear kind of indication for today. But all in all, from an RETH perspective, just switching my charts here, you can see here, relative equal highs have been taken right after the open and we crashed lower. Where are we going to? This is a very bearish response, which makes sense after the liquidity raid, after yesterday's highs of 3 o'clock, 329, and 358. And it looks like we're going to be heading a lot lower. I can't chase this, guys. So from a news perspective, and I'll get to the comments in a sec here. We have news at 10 o'clock, orange folder news, okay? So we're going to try to frame a trade around that there. This might be the Judah here going down, and then maybe we'll reverse and go higher. Hey, Sean, rise and shine. Definitely. We're definitely rising, shining to here. What trade did I take? I can go through that in a sec later on. Said Carney, hello, sir. I actually dropped a video on the trade that I took, but it was in Asia. It was a 4-to-1. When price dies down a bit, we can kind of go through that trade later on and just talk about it. But I do want to focus on making some money here in the New York session. Where do I get my news from? I get it from Forex Factory. There's better sources out there. Like, some people use Financial Juice, and you can definitely use that. But honestly, Forex Factory, it does the job for me. Sometimes it misses like a yellow folder news event or something like that, but it's easiest to use. So Forex Factory is what I use. We had a nice, so RTH gap has been fully filled. We dropped 70 points right off the open here. Do we have any relatively equal highs or lows? Okay, so some levels of interest, guys. This right here, this grouping of lows, price might be wanting to take these out. See what it wants to do here. To be honest, I don't know. This I'm not loving for sure. It's like after such a strong push lower. The reason why I'm not crazy about shorts is, like, look at we have relative equal highs above us on the 15-minute chart. That's my drawn liquidity. We just took Asia lows. 930 lows. A lot of liquidity has been taken right now. So it's not good. And are we going to hit yesterday's lows? I don't think so. It's because we went all the way to the daily fair value gap, pushed away from it. It would be nice to see, like, right now, price wanting to break these levels and push higher, right? I think that might be the play, to be honest. Let's see longs here. A long would be something like that, and then we'll be going into these relative equal highs here. So London highs, 2-to-1. Maybe if price gives us on the 1 minute the proper respect to the upside, then we'll try to take it to the upside. But this right here, this here is minor buy side liquidity. All right. And then what we're really waiting for here is I'm not interested in shorts anymore. I'm just not, because of all this liquidity sweep right off at the open. I'm taking this as a Judah swing, even though we took RTH highs. And let's see if price wants to, break these levels and push higher. It can also reject all this and push lower and start targeting like this red line that I have here and all this low resistance liquidity. It can definitely do that, but we're intraday day traders, and we wait for these little small signals that price tells us that it's going to go up or down. So this is going to be like a future trade. Let's mark out the macro at 950. Okay. And then we got news at 10 o'clock. So this second blue line is going to be news, just so that we know. And this is going to be orange folder news. And then the third one is going to be right here, 1010. Oopsies, that was ugly. That's when the macro ends. Okay. So macro start. Macro ends. And yeah, let's see what we have. When markets open up like this, it's nice to see that as a Judah and it goes higher. How high can it go, right? It can definitely go to these highs here. What is that, 6 o'clock high? But again, it's just London highs that we're targeting at 5 o'clock. That would be the best level to hit. You can see here, the bodies are really respecting the new day opening gap. And the levels that I have here are 3 levels. It's today's first presentation, fair value gap, yesterday's afternoon. There's a lot of levels here. So what I want to see to give me confidence is it going kind of higher, coming back lower, rejecting it, and then on the rejection, we take it up higher for a 2-to-1. But price right now hasn't shown us that it's going to go up higher. Right now, it's being respected by these levels here. If all of you are comfortable, you can definitely take a short here, but what levels are you targeting? We got these levels here on the 15-minute. They're technically relatively equal. It's not, you can see this level right here. It ever so slightly wicked this level, but technically it's, it's a smooth area that price might want to hit. And then, yeah, like, to be honest, it's these 2 levels here. It's going to hit one or the other. And when we have 2, one of them's wrong, right? Let's see what Kirovit's saying. I will take current day lows. Current day lows. The current day lows are right here. And the reason why, like, if we didn't take Asia lows or 930 lows, to be honest, a short here would make sense. But because we've taken all this liquidity out, and right now price is just punching over the new week opening gap of 721, do I have confidence that it's going to keep pushing low? It could, but I just don't have that confidence, right? So this is where we sit on our hands and we wait. This is where we're patient. This 1 hour closes here above this 1 hour SIBI. Again, less confidence that it's going to go down, right? So unfortunately here, we have to wait on our hands and just get better price action, unfortunately. So have you guys taken any trades this morning? Ugh. No, yeah. I wasn't even trading this morning. Okay, so 15-minute chart. Look at these candles here. Look how price is nicely rejecting the new day opening gap of 718 on a 15-minute perspective, right? So like this is like an area that we're watching out for when it's breaking through. Like the moment we get into a trade and price starts breaking into this level, I think you want to be at break even, just because there's a high chance of it just coming back down against you. But all in all, like this is a nice wick to the downside. price right now, and I like looking at the bodies of the candles and how they close respective of key PD arrays. Our first presentation of the day, like you can definitely map this one out as well as first presentation, but this is the real first presentation. Okay, on the 930 candle. If you guys don't understand why it's 930 versus 931, I created a great video, but the short of it is if RTH highs get taken on the very first candle and then it drops lower and a gap forms, that's the first presentation fair value gap. Yeah, Sean can't get a good read. Yeah, it's like, guys, this is a tough read. And I think all of you are reading this correctly. If you guys don't know which way it's going to go, you guys are, in the clear. And I think it's a gamble, to be honest. Like if I were to take a position short, gamble, long gamble. And the moment that price tips its scale to one side and I'm seeing, and I'm confident, let's say 70%, sometimes I'm confident like 90%. Then I take the trade. But here, guys, it's 50-50 for me. I see both areas playing out. Or what would be nice is seeing these lows being taken, a reversal, and then us going higher, right? Then it's very clear cut. But this is technically, I'm not so crazy about these relative equal lows here. They're not like super relatively equal, but they're smooth, okay? If we don't hit this level in the morning, afternoon session, this is going to be my target. FYI, guys. You can see here, price punched into these key levels here. It did reject it. Did it displace really quickly away from it? It didn't. Like, it technically created a small fair value gap right here. Let me mark this in blue so all of you can see it. But all in all, it's not like, a knee-jerk reaction to the downside. Like that's the fair value gap that it created. And remember, guys, if it gaps like this, you got to include the gap in the fair value gap. This is how you correctly draw fair value gaps. Sean, I stick to my setup. If I see it move, I wait. Works like magic. Sometimes it represents. Exactly. Sometimes you wait a bit and then it just gets really clear. Like the really muddy waters just become crystal clear and you're like, I know where price is going to go. And right now, I don't have that clarity. Some of you might. If you do, go ahead, trade it. But as of right now, I don't. I think price is going to go lower, to be honest. Gun to my head, I think first. I'm not married to the idea, but just because it took out Asia's lows already and pre-930 lows, I don't know, just a lot of liquidity has been taken to the downside. But this level, I like a lot above us, so this is going to be my target. I'm going to figure out here on the 5-minute. And if price continues digging lower, like so be it. Like just let it. It's completely okay. There's so many trades within a trading day that it's crazy. All right. So once this level inverts, I do want to see like this mean threshold being closed above. Maybe like if price is something like this, like it goes higher here and then it shows like it's struggling, that's when I might take that long there. Okay. Just because it's fair value gap. So like, because if price gets up this high and my target's here, my risk reward is just absolutely garbage. So it looks like price, it rejected this level, nicely, pushed lower. Now it's again. It's probably going to go for this level right here. For 170. Let's see if I can scalp this. 170. If it pulls back a bit here and it doesn't take out these lows, I'm going to be aiming for a short here off of like the new day opening gap of 723 on the 15-second chart. Sometimes I like to cheat the system a bit like that, but I do want to see it pull back from here, not take out this low. Then we're going to try to, come on, don't do it. Don't do a price. Pull back here, baby. Unfortunately, no bueno. Garrett's tail telling me to wait. All right. I'm like let's, play devil's advocate. You guys did take the short. Where would your stop be? I'll probably say here at the bare minimum. This would be like what? Like a 1.5 to 1? Did you guys miss out on so much? No. I wasn't confident in this. So it's fine. It's okay. So these lows have been taken. That's Tuesday's. Oh, that's today's low actually at 6 o'clock yesterday. And 6 o'clock PM. Right now we're digging into the daily fair value gap. So now let's see. We're not even in the macro yet. So if we see maybe a reversal here, maybe we can try to swing massive positions from down here. The price has to show me that it wants to go up higher. Let's map quickly 6 a.m.'s first presentation for a value gap. Where is it today? Somewhere here. Is it set? No. All right, found you 6 a.m. first presentation fair value gap. If you guys trade pre 9:30, this is a good fair value gap to use. The 6 a.m. or it's the Wednesday 6 a.m. first presentation fair value gap of 723. And you can see that, price, technically just tapped it once here, but it's nice to have it on the charts. All right. Price is, took out those relative equal lows. We do have right here. Let's see all this invert here. Bullish fair value gap or bearish fair value gap. Let's see this invert. Maybe this inverts to like a 5 to 1. But I need to invert though, right? Invert, it gets above the new day opening gap, closes above it, comes back below, wicks in it, closes above. That's the trade. Like a 4 to 1. I just want to see how it's going to respect here. 5 minutes going to look very, very wicky to the downside. 15 minutes looking decent as well. All right, I'm going to buy 3 contracts here. Right now, I'm aiming for these highs here. Pre-930 highs. If it comes back lower, I'm going to scale in. I want to see this invert here. Okay, so this has to act. This red bar here, I'm going to color it orange. I want to see it invert. All right, I'm going to scale in 2 more contracts here. All right, so my position's in right now. This is trying to, catch the bottom. It technically inverted the new dog. It closed above it, which is nice. And let's see if we can get a push higher from here. Settings are messed up. How do I get rid of reference it? All right, so my stop's there. I don't want to see it go that low. And then my entry was somewhere here. That's my blended entry. Okay, so it's going to be a 2.7 to 1 if it works out in our favor. This is hopefully maybe the Judah swing to the downside. It got relative equal lows. We got a lot of great levels above us. And then again, the anticipation is it's going to push back into this RETH gap and push higher. So we'll see. If I'm wrong on this, I'm okay with it. I want to see the body stay above. This close I'm not liking on the 1 minute candle, how it closed below the new day opening gap. Not good. And it looks like again, this low right here, it shouldn't be rated moving forward. If it is going to turn on here, if not, it's going to continue pushing lower. If it closes like that on the upper half of this inversion, I will scale in a bit more. All right, I scaled in one more contract. All right, 2 more contracts. I'm liking this a lot now. I'm moving my stop below this low right here. My new stop is right here. I don't want to see that broken. Like the wick has done the damage there. It's filled in all that price action. If it goes lower, it's going to go lower. So I scaled in and I shaved off roughly 20% of my contract size. If it hits target, it's $1,000 per account. 5 minutes closing nicely. You guys see my 5 minute? Yeah, you can if I do that. So I do want to see these 5 minute candles respect this new dog. So far they are. All right, so we're in the macro, which is good. I'm going to delete that line there. Remember, we have orange folder news coming out in 8 minutes. So be careful there. I do want to break even by orange folder news. I like how price right now is hovering above the RTH low, which is nice. The bodies are closing above it. It's acting as support. And I do want to see a push higher now. So we got so many levels now here that are protecting our stop. We got this lower low, this inversion, very nice inversion here, right? Just look at the bodies of the candles. We're sitting above the new dog. We're sitting in the RTH gap above it from a body perspective. So far, it's looking decent. And if I'm wrong on this, honestly, I'm really happy with the price action over the last 5 minutes. So I do want to see price. So right now it's consolidating. It's consolidating above these levels, which is nice. Bodies aren't closing below RTH low, below the dog low, which is good. These are good signs, right? Really nice rejection right now in 15 seconds. I do want to see how this 1 minute candle is going to close the next 10 seconds. If it closes like that, that's going to be a really nice rejection. I might scale in one more contract. 3, 2, 1. All right. I like that. Let me scale in one more here. It's going to be a big position. All right. My risk right now is 400 to the downside, where the stop is right here. And then to the upside, it's going to be 1.2K. So it's still a 3 to 1. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. Unfortunate. Now watch this candle close right above it again and start pushing higher. Wouldn't be surprised. But overall, I'm happy with that loss. So that is the loss for the day. But it made sense. It took out liquidity laid, it inverted. We have levels above us. The whole trade made sense, right? We're in the macro. Let's see what Yu's going to give us in 3 minutes here. We had the daily fair value up below us. That is, again, it's a lot of stop loss at the low. Is your stop loss at the low? That may be a better stop loss than mine. I was just getting aggressive with my scaling, but guys, 3 minutes till news here. I might try a second attempt here. If news gets it back into this level above everything here, I'll take that as like a mini liquidity raid and try to push price up again. But this was like, guys, this is like great PDA rejection that we saw here. One minute till news. Wow, this was my first loss on stream in a very long time. 157.75, 157. I don't know where you're getting these levels from, bro. Like these lows right here, possibly. Like there's, a couple more. Yeah, if it targets that, then that's going to be one more level of liquidity that it might take. But like this right here would make me take the trade every single time I'll take the trade like this. Uh, 157 was a level I was targeting yesterday and it just never hit it. So it looks like it's attempting another liquidity raid here, guys. 20 seconds till news. News hit. I think news hit. All right, so these lows have been taken here. Yeah, guys, if you did take longs here, it's, you know, it's a good trade gone bad. Price decided to push one leg lower into more liquidity here. Am I interested in shorts at this point? No. But we'll see if we get another reversal here. We got a BISI here. This is going to be something that may invert, this SIBI here that I've marked in orange. So orange folder news has passed. Right now there's 9 more minutes of the macro left. Are there any levels below us that I'm not aware of? Not really. We're at the daily fair value gap here, which is a good level. So it's respecting it. Let's see if we get above it. I just want for bodies to close above this inversion here. Because that has to act as an inversion. Like we have to break above it and price has to go back below it, right? So it hasn't done that yet. There's no indication that price is going to turn around from here, even though that we rated more liquidity, and this might be the turtle soup here. We need to wait. What price has done its damage to the downside. Candles here are respecting the mean threshold really nicely. It would be nice to see it. So now if you close above it, then that would give me my confidence of taking price higher. All in all, pretty dirty push today to the downside. So price right now is bouncing off of, it's still hovering within this inversion here. The 6 a.m. first presentation fair value up from 715, which is last Tuesday, so we can delete that. It's over 5 days old. Don't care about it. 715. Let's get rid of these levels as well. Again, price is still respecting price to the downside. 1 minute is still bearish, guys. We're pushing to the daily fair value gap. All right, guys, no fighting in the chat. Jared and Muhammad, you guys can't talk to each other anymore. But all in all, see here. The price is still pushing bearish, guys. It's almost 1010. If price continues to do this, like the next level that is of interest is like mean threshold of daily, this level right here. Mean threshold of daily fair value. Thinking about that like the short here, that could have been taken. And if that was just like a miss on analysis here. 1.5 to 1. Hmm. All right. Price right now, it's created this weird relatively equal low here on the 1 minute. It's still pushing into this SIBI. It is being respected. So far, my equity curve is decent. It is decent. Let me show you guys where we're at for, I guess, today while we wait for price to do something. We might have to wait for lunchtime macro. But here's my balance over time. So we're almost at 10K per account. I just have to pull in, I guess, like 1.3K now more to pull out some more money from like the other 3 accounts that I haven't pulled money from. But so far we're all moving, well, at least myself, into the right direction with all my accounts. Right now, guys, price is at the right time here. So like the next time of interest for us to take like a high probable trade is going to be 1050. You guys have any questions about anything? Maybe right now, let's review yesterday's trade. I have all of you here. That might be a good idea. But right now, guys, price is, macro's going to end soon. I can delete that. Some lousy PA here. Right now, it's kind of consolidating on this low here. Relative equal highs taken. It just dropped lower right rock and then it pushed lower. Kind of seems obvious, right? In hindsight. Yeah, 1050. Yeah, exactly. Like if we want to be like what gave me a lot of returns over the past little bit is just trading within the right macro zones, right? And just trading between them, you might get some wins, but sometimes price is something like this, right? And technically right now we're still in the macro. You can see price here. This is actually interesting. So price tried multiple times to break this inversion here. It failed to do so. The last thing I want to do now is like force a trade. We're getting above it. Let's see if price is going to push back lower and like, give us like a nice little like low test candle into this area. I do want to see close above, right? Bodies are the most important here. I want to trap shorts. But like, maybe like a more high probable trade is like to the bottom of the first presentation fair value gap as your target. 2 to 1. See, price never closed above it. Invalidation. Price most likely here, I think, is going to push lower now. Just based on this 1 minute PA. If it does break this finally, I think we're not going to break it back to the downside, right? We are in the discount. If we look at the most recent dealing range, we are on the discount side. We've got a lot of liquidity. We're hovering right now at, let's map this actually. This is an important level. This right here is the daily fair value gap high. Okay. all of you know, like, why are we hovering on this level? It might do a hard fake to the downside. It really sucks this one trade didn't turn out. It would have been payout day for me. Would have pulled in another 6,000 out. All right, price is doing nothing, guys, right now. Okay, so let me just create a little alert here. If price breaks this level, we'll come back to it, okay? I'm gonna focus all of your attentions on like this AM trade that I took, and by AM I mean Asia. Price ultimately, I came on the charts around here. If like it was like a 3-minute analysis, and I'm like, I know where it's going, but look what price did. It gave us a really explosive price action here. So we opened up, we created relative equal highs at 3 o'clock, punched lower, price came back up, broke key levels, Tuesday's first presentation, new week opening gap. What it did is it created a relative equal high here, pushed lower. Look what it did here. It did exactly what it did today. It failed to break lower at key PD arrays, and then it pushed higher. And when it did that, it was very easy for me to create like a really tight stop of 6 points. And then after that, it just, right before the Asian macro at 750, it pushed higher, came back lower, respected the upper half of the first presentation fair value gap, and then it pushed higher. Okay. Very simple trade. 4 to 1. Very effortless. Okay, so that's kind of the trade. I go into more details and posted a video earlier this morning if you guys want me to go exactly, but that's essentially it. If you guys understand that, then no need. But you can see here, price respected the SIBI very nicely, and it's pushing lower. So unfortunately, I think right now, maybe just hang around till 1050. Anyone here have any questions about anything? I'm very tempted here just to ride the shore, but let's wait for high probability setups. yeah. It's this here is, you know, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, man. And like the giveaway here, and just hindsight speaking, is relative equal highs have been taken from an RTH perspective, okay? And immediately we dropped lower. And that should have been my sign that we're probably going to push lower instead of higher. And like this initial like raid should have been strong enough to keep pushing price lower, but whatever. It is what it is. It's a missed, it's a lost trade. It's a missed trade. It's a missed trade and a lost trade. Yeah, there's even with this 1 hour here and how I rejected the mean threshold and just dropped lower. Yeah. But anyways. And believe it or not, guys, I'm only right 44% of the time. Here are my stats. Look at this. And I kind of looked at them the other day and I'm like, wow, I'm kind of shocked that I'm only right 44% of the time. But clearly, this is what TOPSTEP's telling me. You know, so over the last 4 months. And it's weird because they don't calculate it correctly, but my average win against loss is a 2 to 1. So my wins are always twice as big as my losers, and my win rate's 44% based on TOPSTEP. I really thought I was closer to 50-50, and this gives you a profitable edge at the end of the day. So you don't have to be right 50% of the time to make money. Believe it or not, this is like the paradigm shift. Like you don't have to be right to make money. $10.15 now. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like. All in all, and prices kind of, you know, now it's bouncing off the daily fair value gap high here. See, push lower, it's pushing back into this fair value gap here. Okay, so we're pushing right now above this fair value gap. So we rejected it so many times to the upside. We finally pushed higher. We're probably going to close above it. We closed above it. This is, you know, it inverted finally. That's to the upside. And then right now, where can price go to? Can probably push to the end dog here. It'd be nice before it touches the end dog. It pushes a bit lower. Honestly, I could probably take a quick long here. I'll just risk too. The thing I don't like about this is the time, right? Time kind of sucks. 5 minute, you know, we're all keying away from this daily fair value gap here. Technically, we had a market structure shift here, right? MMS. We displaced in the next 4 seconds. We've displaced away from here. Now let's see how this candle is going to react. This area here is balanced. It's called a BPR. It's just a bad time, guys. That's the only thing that's throwing me off with this price action. It's a balanced price range. We have PA going to the left of it and to the right of it, right down and then up. And let's see if this 1 minute candle is going to maybe show us if it wants to, you know, close above this area, not close below mean threshold here. This is going to be the biggest indication of PA right now from a 1 minute perspective. Okay, so close to the lower half of this inversion. I bet, but still that kind of throws my, you know, spidey senses off ever so slightly. Right, this is not a rejection I wanted to see here. And now price is digging lower into this inversion here. And this is where like you can look at sub 1 minute price action and just really kind of see what price wants to do. Maybe Sean's right here. It was just a big fake out. Going to be a trap higher likely. Yeah, so this candle right here in the next 20 seconds, we do want to see it close within this orange or red bar as I have it right now. So price closed below it here. This kind of reaction isn't ideal. Yeah, not interested in longs down at this point. So that invalidated the trade for me. Because not only we're not on the right time, it's not giving us like clean rejections of mean thresholds, etc., etc. It did to the upside really well, but when it came to the downside, it really failed to do so. Now price is going to be entering a BPR, a balanced price range. 5 minutes looking a bit wonky. Like, look at these candles here. but let's see what's going to happen at 10:50. Once 10:50 in half an hour, man. Interesting rejection off of daily fair value gap high here. Like even if we were to take a position long from here and that was like the rejection of the low, where would it go? Like remember, like this is resistance to the upside. RTH lows are resistance. A lot of levels that we have to break. And there's, you know, there is a clean target above us, but I just feel like that's for another time of the day. Maybe in the afternoon. And if it's not the right time, guys, price doesn't move, right? For the last 30 minutes, we haven't really moved anywhere. All right, is this a good rejection? It's sloppy. I can't get the right RR. I'm gonna wait for 10:50 here. You know what? Just let's see how this count's gonna close in 10 seconds here. Close above all those levels. Okay. Gun to my head. I think we're gonna go long from here. It's just, am I loving what I'm seeing here? No. I can't get the RR. Time's not right. It might creep up higher, but you know this isn't you know a high probability trade at 10:23. If price pushes down and just wicks this whole thing out and shows me bullish confirmation, I might take a quick long. But like, what would I target? RTH highs here. Again, price is not moving, guys. At the right time. And usually when I lose trades is because your direction's right, but price just does this. And then if it does that, no matter if you're right or wrong, you lose. So that's that. Hey, Super Bartek, how's it going? All right, here it could be going better. We took a loss earlier today. That was a good loss. I like the loss. Usually I don't like losses. Yeah, and that profit trailed in from yesterday's Asia session. All right. So price is respecting the high of this SIBI here. I'm going to take a little small long here, guys. Half a risk from my end. Not even half, like a third. What am I even targeting here? Let's see. What would it be at 198? The easiest target, 198. It's RTH lows. So I'm risking a quarter here. If it turns around, I'm going to start scaling into the upside. But let's see if we can. Let's see if this wants to respect here. My stop is at the low end of this here. But currently, this is going to be my initial position here long to these highs that we created here. I do want to see this 1 minute candle close above. And the reason why I'm trading a quarter here, guys, is just because this is just, it's a B minus C plus trade. It already hit a new dog of 723 here. I think I'm gonna cut it right here too at 50%. Once it breaks above it, I'm gonna move my stop loss below its low here for 1/8 of an R. Again, very small. And let's see if we can ride this really sloppy price action to the upside. In my opinion, don't take this. You guys are watching. You should be done. Yeah, technically I should, man. You're absolutely right. But let's see here. All right, my stop is being moved. I'm going to choke it below this low right there that I just created. I don't want to see it again going lower than that. I have $90 risk right now. Here's my stop loss. I do want to be out of this trade, but again, quarter risk here. Not even pennies. Yeah, one last long for the day. Redemption. And it's so small right now. I'm gonna have to scale in for this to be real profit, but you know where it could go? It can go to RT highs. It just has to do. Again, we're not on the right time, guys. The PA here, it's sloppy. I think we will push higher in the lunch or afternoon session. The question just is when. And I don't think it's now, but again, that's it. If this was the PA around 1050, I would have taken it. Because it's not. That's why I'm risking so little here. What I want to see from price right now is just slice through this level here. And then we'll be happy. When it pulls back, we're going to start scaling in. And we'll keep our stop loss close to break even during the entire trade. Okay. $223 is going to be our target. What's that 223? First presentation of the day. Okay. All right, we're in the positives finally. I'm just moving up my stop loss here. Below the body of this candle here, this bearish order block. What can price do? We can reject this level and push back lower. All right, price right now owes me nothing here. And it looks like my entry is a lot higher here. So it's somewhere here. Okay. So right now I have $60 of risk on the table right here. So new dog rejected. I do want to see the next candle push up into it and through it. If not, it's going to take us out for today's dinner's cost. And it looks like I think I'm going to be taken out soon. All right. If it closes out, I'm going to go eat breakfast. And most likely I might come back to the charts in half an hour and see if anything presents itself. But all in all, guys, this is no bueno price action. See, there you go. $50 lost. See you guys in the PM. I'm not going to live stream, but again, this is like when I start risking 0.25%, you guys know how confident I am in the trades. Today was a tough trade. If you guys caught the shorts here, congratulations. This was the trade. This long here, I think it was good. I really liked it. There was one negative confluence of just like relative equal lows right below us, but this is really nice PA to the upside. I liked it a lot. And yeah, without further ado, guys, take care, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's live stream. Bye for now.